Today I am talking about a very different book for me, but a book I loved nonetheless. And it's Reclaim Your Heart by Yasmin Mogahead. I hope I pronounced that correctly. If you've watched any of these reviews before, I do trip over my tongue quite a lot. And this one is very different. It's a beautiful book about... It's a self-help book, but it's about reflection and sort of letting go of the world, and basically owning what you can and can't control. And it's very spiritual based. Yasmin is a Muslim, and it's very, very religious based and very spiritually based, and it's very beautifully written. It's an odd one for me. It's a friend of mine recommended it to me a couple of years ago, and she tried to give me a e-version of it, but for whatever reason it didn't really work. And then Yasmin came to Australia, and I got to go to an audience. She was part of a speaking tour, and I got to go to go see that, and see her speak with another gentleman. And of course I bought a copy of her book, because I'm gonna that's what I do. I buy books, I read books, and I talk about books. I actually started reading it at the event, and basically paused what I was reading to sort of concentrate on this. It's a nice, easy book. It's very open, and it's very beautifully written, and talking about things in our control, and accepting our fate, and accepting the bad things in our life as tests. And that's sort of big in Islam. This world is a test, and it's all for the next world. So it's very centric around that. So that's a sort of a reader beware. I think it's not an easy book to find. So I think if you found this book and enjoyed it, like you'd know that going in. Saying that, it was still like I tabbed a lot of sections, just different sections, different phrases that I just spoke to me. I'm not going to go into them with you. This is my personal growth and my personal development, and I think it's about sort of understanding your tests in life, and we're always tested. I feel I've been tested quite a lot, and especially when my friend recommended this book, I would say I was moving past some of my biggest tests. Life's always going to throw tests, and that's what this book is about. Even in the highs and the lows, you've got to accept it all as a gift, as a gift of God, which, and that's something I've come to learn sort of recent life. It's not something I've come from naturally. It was not somewhere, certainly growing up, that sort of line of thinking would not be encouraged or spoken about or brought up. So it's a big transitional phase, and I think to read the book now, a couple of years ago would have been good, but I think to get it and read it now, there's probably meaning, and there's probably reason, or there would be reason behind that, like why I couldn't find it at the time. But I genuinely really love this book. It talks about loss and happiness, and it's all perspective. It's all perspective in our lives, and with the world, things that are going on in the world, that's really easy to understand if we can open our eyes to what's going on in the world. I know a lot of us blinker that out. It gets hard to handle a lot of what's going on in the world, we have so much access to that information, and that doesn't take away from the stuff, the pains and the tragedies, and the things you want that you don't have, your own hardships. That's not to take away from them, but this book really centers on understanding bigger things, bigger purposes, and that everything's a test. And I'll repeat that. But it's something I really found insightful. Like I said, I've tabbed it a number of times. I really found it insightful around, Yasmin. Definitely, she's got stuff on YouTube, and social media and that. She's really worth listening to. Very women-centric book. So is yeah. So my friend, I don't know. She would have known going in. But yeah, she found it really insightful and stuff. So she would have known, recommending it to me, that it was still feminine based, and there is chapters specifically for women in it, which I read anyway. Hopefully one day I'll get married again soon, and hopefully I'll be able to take and reflect on certain things and be a better partner and continue to grow in my journey. That's something. That's the whole point of self-help. I don't read a lot of self-help. I've read a couple. I've listened to a lot because I listen to a lot of audiobooks, and I'll just blanket anything I'll listen to in an audiobook if it sounds a little bit interesting. I don't really do reviews on books I listen to unless I've physically read it. I think it's a different learning, and maybe I will start doing that, but for now I'm not. But I think it's you take it in, the information in. So I'll listen to a lot, but I don't read a lot of them. But yeah, I really enjoyed this book, Reclaim Your Heart. 'Cause life is test, and it's understanding our purpose and our higher goals, and it's gratitude. I think gratitude's a big thing, and I'm about to face another test. As I was reading this yesterday, one got very much presented to me, and I won't delve into that. But this is what life's about, and these challenges and these trials we faced. And I think if you can keep your perspective, keep your kindness, keep your gratitude, and keep your heart, and keep working for the better of yourself, but trying to do good for other people too, I think your life's a lot better, and you just might shape and help other people and make their life a little bit better. I will do a reading, because at the end there's some beautiful poems too, and there's one I'm going to read, because I've done a few readings now, and we know how wonderful they've all been, but I'm going to read this one too. And don't let this be a reflection on the book. The book is quality and the poem's beautiful. I'm going to read it to you. It's called Stillness. The sun is so beautiful in the early morning. It does something to the trees that you don't see any other time of the day. I think we all want the same thing, a quiet peace, maybe just even a single moment of it, to close our eyes and just be okay. For even a single second, to not feel worried about something, sad about something, to not crave something we don't or can't have, just to be there, okay, still, silent, on the inside. Maybe that's what's so beautiful about this time of day, the stillness, and the hope that maybe this day will be different. And that's that's life, isn't it? Is craving these moments in such a digital, chaotic world, craving moments of quiet and stillness and reflection are really, really helpful, and that's what this book is all about. Reclaim Your Heart by Yasmin Mogahead. Beautiful book, highly recommended. It is, very spiritual, it's very religious, that's what it is. So, reader beware, but if that's not your thing, that that's fine, and I understand that. But if you are looking to help make a little bit of sense or help find comfort in this chaotic world, this is a book I highly recommend. Reclaim Your Heart. Happy reading. Subscribe and follow for more.